Shamrock Solutions exists to help your organization simplify your invoice process. Endless errors, extra steps, delayed payments. If your AP department is working with antiquated processes, switching to a modern capture solution is the first step to save time and money. Historically, over 80% of the content an organization receives comes in as an unrestricted piece of content, like mailed documents, emails, or unorganized paper files. This poses the challenge of getting access to the relevant data within that content. Our goal is to help you make sense of this data and make it relevant to your organization. Here at Shamrock Solutions, we use a state-of-the-art AI to understand and process invoices faster, decreasing cycle times, opening opportunities for discounts and insights, all while boosting accuracy with proprietary data extraction and classification AI models. You'll be surprised at what breakthrough invoice capture can do for your bottom line. Through Shamrock's intelligent automation solution, we are able to greatly simplify and expedite invoice processing. The automated process looks like this. First, an AP clerk scans invoice batches directly into the capture tool without any manual sorting, document separation, or invoices are captured directly from an upload or email capture process. Second, Shamrock's intelligent automation tool will automatically classify and separate invoice batches by uniqueness. In addition, the tool extracts, verifies, and validates required data in relation to the invoice transaction. Any invoice that needs review will be presented to the AP clerk for processing. Third, invoice data and images can integrate directly with your downstream enterprise content management solution and/or ERP for seamless removal and data entry and manual processing steps. Then, you can view invoices requiring approval in your ECM's workflow and/or directly in your ERP. Whether you are still juggling paper or you have a solution to scan and archive documents, any manual data entry or document handling will slow your AP process down. Managing content and providing better visibility is important to the efficiency of your business and will shorten payment cycles.
So you may ask, well, how do documents get into Effisoft? Well, some of the most common ways that we see are via email import, there being the most common way. And what that does is we have the ability to monitor an email box and bring in the attachment, the email, or a combination of both. The second most common way that we see is a network import. So what that means is some of those large multifunction devices that you actually have scanning on your network, we have the ability to monitor those network directories that those multifunction devices scan to and bring documents directly into the Effisoft application without any user interaction at all. So great, the documents are into Effisoft at this point. Well, what happens next? Well, what we're going to do then is we're going to attempt to classify the documents. So you and I can easily look at documents and determine what the document is. They're based upon a combination of characters. So what the system is doing on the back end is going through and classifying the documents based upon different keywords. So the first thing it's going to do is look for an invoice. Hey, I'm an invoice at this point. There are all kind of different keywords to be able to classify the documents correctly based upon your solution. There. So I'm going to go ahead and start you guys through what happens whenever I can't classify a document. There. So at this point, there I'm going to the validation module there within the system there, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to easily classify documents. So right now, this is an invoice there, but let's say, for example, this was another document type there, such as a bill of lading. Well, if I simply click on this bill of lading here, this will automatically change that document type for me without any interaction required. So then the document is going downstream through the next steps. So during the next steps, what starts happening is the document has information extract from it there. So we're looking for such as vendor name, vendor address, PO, invoice information. There's all your typical header fields are extracted off the invoices. So let's talk about, well, why am I seeing this document if the system is able to do it? Well, we all know that documents in the invoice world are not perfect. So on this example here, the document stopped there because it was not able to extract the subtotal or amount. So I have a couple ways of fixing that but if I look at this document, there's nothing on here that indicates the subtotal or amount. So by a simple left double click, I'm able to automatically use point to click OCR to actually bring that into the subtotal field. So I'm going to switch this back to invoice. Change this to 639.00 by a simple left double click, as well as capturing the amount by a simple left double click using point to click indexing. Well, let's go down to the next one here. We'll see that the invoice number was not extracted but I started looking at this. There is no invoice on here. Well, you and I probably know that the invoice number is actually right here. So I'll need to capture more than just one variance here. So what I want to do is I want to hold down the right side of my mouse and actually draw a box around this value. So I'm going to do this now. And what that's going to do is actually use lasso OCR to be able to actually lasso the values that you want to extract off the image and put those in the index field. So if I hit validate on that, it's ready to go downstream to your ECM or ERP system of your choosing at this point. So let's start looking at our next invoice. And I want to go to a different set here on this one. There's our second one here. I want to start talking about all the line level information so we all know if it is a PO, more than likely we need to extract lines to be able to match up against it. Non-PO, we definitely need the lines to be able to keep a user from having to manually key in those. So we have the ability here to automatically extract those based upon a combination of rules in the background. So you're seeing we're going after the typical invoice fields, such as quantity, description, unit price, extended price, and line number here. So let's go ahead and talk about, well, what happens next? Well, hey guys, so we have the ability within the Eversoft application to easily do a view into your PO database table at that point based upon the PO number. So you'll see there at the top of the screens, I'm taking the vendor name, vendor number, PO number, invoice number, and invoice date, and retrieving all of the information from your PO database table in regards to this. So the items actually highlighted in gray actually do not match up. So at that point, I need to tell it what line this actually corresponds with. So I'm going to automatically select the correct PO line number here and hit tab, and you're going to see those actually match up at that point. I can then put a comment so I need to type in matching issue corrected, period. Well, at that point I want to hit on this LIM button, and that's going to then prompt it to proceed with line items matches true because everything matches up at this point. I'm going to hit OK. This document is now validated and will now go downstream to your ERP. So I'm going to hit validate, hit OK here. Then you'll notice that this document no longer exists. It's just gone downstream to your ERP or ECM at this point because all line items do match. So thank you very much for joining us.